Hi everyone, welcome to Data Analytics blog, and this is me saying Happy New Year to you. Thank you for your engagement on my channel so far. Thank you for the support, and I believe this year you will enjoy more content from this channel, content that will help you to build your career as a data analyst, to help you to build or to create different projects in order to be able to improve your skills as a data analytics. Just work sharp, make sure you click the subscribe button if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification button to be able to receive updates from all the tutorial that I'll be sharing this year. So this year is loaded with a lot of content, and I'm ready to 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 serve you with different content this year. So this dashboard is about the Udemy courses analysis or data that's or which is for ONYX challenge 2020 or January 24, which this is their challenge. I didn't plan to submit the challenge, but I found the data very interesting. So I thought to also share my own insights from the data. And I believe at the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to learn different things that will improve your skills as a data analyst, such as how to use custom or conditional column, how to be able to create different charts and also format them, and how to build or to format them, and also how to make your or what's it called how to make your slicer not to affect all your visuals and charts in your dashboard. So let's start with checking the data. So this is the data gotten from ONYX website, and this is the data dictionary. We have the unique ID identifier for each course, and then the title of each course, or the link for each course, and also is paid, whether the course is a paid course or a free course. We have different category for that in Udemy or website. We have free courses and we have paid courses, and also the price for each course, which makes it to be the revenue generated for each courses, and also number of subscriber for each courses, and numbers of revenues for each courses, and then lectures in the total number of lectures in the top in the course of the in the course, and also the level for each of the courses, whether they are intermediate or all level, advanced, beginner, or expert. Also, we have the content duration published, and the time the course was published, and subject category for these courses. This is the data that I use, and so from this data I was able to put down some question to be able to I use it I was able to put down some analysis to carry out, which is in form of question for myself, because as a data analyst it is very important for us to be able to figure out something, check the data, and also use the data to ask yourself some question that you will use as your analysis, and at the end of it you use that question to analyze. So this is the question that I put down after studying the data. So what this is the analysis that I'm going to carry out by myself. The key performance indicator for this following, to be able to know all these key factor for a KPI for all of this. Also, which year, level, and subject generates the highest or revenue, which level and subjects has the highest subscriber identity, and also identify top 10 subscribed courses, and what is the average durations of the courses, and what is the percentage of paid course to free course. So these are the questions that we'll be using to derive some insight from the data. Again, the background of the data is actually done in PowerPoint, and I'm not going to be starting the background from scratch. If you need the background, just give me feedback. Give me your feedback in the comment section. I'm going to be sharing the background with you. So this is the background that was generated that I used. Okay, I can quickly let me quickly design the background. Let me quickly do that. So this, let me duplicate it and start all over. So I'm going to be doing that. I will do the background. I'm going to be starting from afresh. So this is, so assuming we have, okay, let's do a new slide. That would be better. So now this is a new slide for in Power BI. So I'm going to be doing the background. So what I did first was to format the background, the first background into, I changed the color. I leave it, I think it was this color. Then again, I inserted a shape, rectangular shape. So in PowerPoint, you'll be making use of your shapes. So what I did again, I changed the color. So I need to check the color code. I think I know the color code. Then this is the color that I use. So I reduce the transparency to about 35 or thereabouts. Okay, so let's check for that. So this is it. So I need to check it to know the actual color. Okay, so you can also check the color code if you want to check the color code. So this is the color code. Excuse me. 203 157 and 197 203. So let's be sure. I think it's 197. Okay. So the next thing that I did again was to insert a new what's it called? I inserted a new shape, a new rectangular shape for the course title. So now remove outline, then I change it to white and now increase the transparency. So that was what I did again. So I did another thing here, copy this. This is what I now use for the whole of the, so here. Okay, so let me insert this. So I just Google a course online to check. Okay, let me see. So I Googled people at Udemy training. So I saw this beautiful picture and I copied the image, take it to my, bring the image here. So let's quickly do that before. So this is the image. So I crop the image. So you click on the image to crop image, go to format, click the image and go to format, click crop. So I cropped it to this side and also to this side. So now I now change this to this image. So go to picture format, then picture to this. So I think I can still crop it. I crop this out. Remember, I crop this out. So now I change it to this. Then I reduce this. So now I have this here. Then I have this. Sorry. So this is this and this too. So now I have this here. This is what I'm using for the KPI. So just make sure that you size it to what we want. So now I copied it again because I already know what I want to do. Then I now have it here. This is for this triangular stuff. Like I said, I wholly did. Then I copied this. I'm just showing you what I did, how I was able to do the background, because I know a lot of people do ask for the background. Then again, what else did you do here? This, so we can still increase this to this. So now I copy this, bring this down. I need this here to be here for the table. Okay, so now we can copy this and put it here. Just make sure that everything is aligned. So I copy this also. Okay, no, I didn't use that for that. So now what I did, I inserted a new shape. Then I reduce this to this size. So you can still reduce this. So now this to no outline. Again, change this to white and reduce the transparency like I did to the rest. So now these are the things that I did. So now for the logo, for the Udemy logo, I also downloaded it. So go to Google also. Okay, so I need to check for that Udemy logo. Then PNG. So I want a transparent one. I think I downloaded this. Let's check. Copy the image, then go back to your then it's okay, it's not this. So I actually downloaded the transparent one, not this. So let's check again. Maybe this is it. Okay, let's check. Oh, not these two. So I need to check. It was a transparent ones that I downloaded, so that was why I used PNG, a transparent logo. Let's check it. Oh, I actually can't find it again. Okay, so let me just go and not this. I think I've used this. Let's check if it's this, to not waste our time. If it's not the one, so I will just use what I downloaded. So let me just use, let me copy this. So this is what I downloaded. Then I inserted a text box. So the text was, this is, I just wrote this for the text box. I can copy this, take it back, insert the text box again. That's gone. So let me copy this. So I just put it here. And then make sure that is aligned. So again, so there's this picture that I downloaded online and I put it here. I might not be able to see the picture again, so let me just do. So these are the things that I did. So this one, I inserted a new shape. Okay, so let me quickly do that. Inserted a new shape for that. I'm using it for, so no line, then white background. Can still increase it. So I left it that way. Then for a new text box, just copy this, then go back to home, change it to this, then I will just write what I need. Revenue generated, then put it in the middle. So again, I will use this, copy it in this here. So what do we have here? Total subject lecture and average duration. Subjects, lecture, average duration. So I group this. You can align it vertically, then horizontally, and then group it. So that was what I did. And what else? So that these are the things that I did here. So it's nothing to, it's not difficult. So then you call, how do you save it? You highlight everything using Control A, then you now save as picture. You save as picture. That's all. So I will show you how to bring that into our, so now let's start with our analysis. Let's bring the data. Let's bring the data. So now this is the data. Still connecting. So I click this. This is what I need, and I transform it because I need to do something. You need to check the data type and also to create the custom column. So these are the data type. So this course ID, we can actually change it to text format, but let's leave it that way. Then this is the course title. So for this is paid, I want to create a column that will give me the free pay. True is paid courses, while false is free courses. So I want to separate them and create a column for them. So I'm going to use add column, go to add column, then conditional column. That's what I'll be doing. Click on conditional column. Then my new column is paid. Name of my new column is paid courses. Then the column name, which column do we want to work with? Is paid. If it's paid is equals to true, make sure is case sensitive, so you make sure that you write it as it is in the data. Then just put input 1. So click OK. So you can see that's the pay, because the null will be for the false, which is free color. So we click another column, click the conditional column, conditional column again, then write free courses. Then you rename it that if is paid is equals to free false. Just output 1, then click this. So you know where we are having no is for the free courses, is for the paid courses. So now where we are having no in free courses is for paid courses. So we are done with that. Just click home again, then close and apply, and load it into our report view. So we've loaded our data. Now the next thing now is to start our analysis, but before then you can see these are the column in the data. So before then we need to bring our, what's it called, our background. So just right click, format canvas, then browse through. So the background that we use, click on all file, Okay, so this is the one that I used me. So now change it to fit, then reduce the transparencies to 0. So this is our background dashboard, for the background for the dashboard. Now it's time for us to start our analysis. Go back to the question. Now the first analysis is that we should analyze, identify the key KPI for the following: total subscriber, total cost, review, paid cost, free cost. So first I'll start with the total. So now that's we are making use of card for KPI, so it is always better to make use of card for that. So I'm going to bring our card. So we use the new card. Bring the card here, then just align it. So now I'm going to open new pane for this, then this, because I'll be making use of this too. So now total subscriber, I'm going to add total subscriber to that, then total cost, and change this because it's giving us false count, so I'm changing it to count this thing. So it's going to count this thing for us. So now again, okay, so let me format this first before we start. Let's format it before we start adding other. So now I'm going to format this first. The background, I'm going to reduce the transparency to this. Okay, not this background. So for the shape, we are leaving it this way. Then for our value, I'm changing it to this, and then I'm changing it to, I think, 30 thereabout. Then this. So for this, I'll change it to 1000. Then what else are we doing here? Okay, for the labeling, that's the title, I'm changing it to this, then change this to this. The front, I'm going to change the front to that. Then I think we are good to go with that. For spacing, we can actually reduce the spacing. Can reduce it. So again, what else do we need to do here? So I'm good to go with that. So for the card, I don't need the border. Okay, I don't need the border. So for the fill, I will just reduce the transparency. I'm going to reduce the transparency. So I think we are good to go with that. So it's just for us to align this. Again, come back to this place. This is our data. I'll just change this to subscriber. Good. Then here, I'm going to change this to add this. So let me increase this so that we'll be able to see what I'm doing very well. So now, so we are good to go with this. Again, I think the call out value, let's change it to 25. So now we can start adding the rest. We can start adding the rest. So now I'm going to add total cost, and this total cost I'm changing it to count this thing. To count this thing, we count the actual value, and then again come to this place and I will change it to none. I'm changing that to none. Then that's the total cost. Then what else which are they asking us? Total cost, reviews, pay courses, then free courses. Then reviews, total reviews that the website generates. So I'm going to be changing this to changing the title to reviews. This one will be total cost. So I'll come to this place, also add this, and come here. Okay, I already had that. And change this to it. So total paid course. Okay, page, then free course. So these are the 10. So this one we just change it to count. Also change this to count. Paid courses. Free courses. So now I can actually format it. Okay, so we are good to go. So for this, for that subscriber, I want to change the unit to display unit to 1000. And for pay course, paid courses. Okay, so we can actually leave that and do the rest later. So now the next one is total revenue generated, and total lecture, and total. So this place is actually what we want to use now. So now here, so I will just copy this, then remove all of this and leave it to one, so that I can use it for the revenue generated. So now here I'm going to be writing price is the revenue generated, remove this. So I'm going to format it in a different way. I don't need the label. So this price, I'm changing it to the price, the currency format. So that's it. Again, what is the card? I don't want it to be filled. Then call out value, I'm changing the color to what I want. You can also do it, change the color to what you want. Then I use this. Okay, let's check for more brighter color. Okay, so we are good to go with this. So this Okay, what I need to do, I'll just copy this out, put it here, but I'm going to reduce this to, let's say, 16, or let's say 14, because I need it here. So total subject, I'm going to be adding total subject to this. Total subjects, then change it to count. So just make sure that everything is aligned. Can make use of your scroll up and down key, then copy this again, total lecture, just change it to total lecture. So I can change this to 1000. Good. So again, copy this and put it here, and let's find the average duration course. Average duration course. So I'll just add the duration course content duration, then I will change it to average, then change it to none, change the displays value to none. So now we have that. So we have everything here. So now we are good to go with that. So now the next thing, we are done with all the KPI. We are done with all the KPI. So the next thing, let's check the next question. The next question says, so we are done with the first question. So the next question says, which year, level, and subject generate the highest revenue? So now we need to find, so we need to do revenue by year, revenue by by level, and also by subject. So I'm going to be doing first revenue by year, and I'm going to be making use of my area chart for that. I think I use this. So now we bring it here. Then for my data, so I'm going to be adding price and then year. So come back here, I'll change this, remove this. So now let's format this secondary axis. No, we don't want it. So here, remove the y-axis. The x-axis, remove the title. Also, we have another category, continuous and categorical. So now, so I'll change the title to yearly revenue. So remove the background. What else? So go to the grid line, remove it. Data label this, also marker. And then change the line to the line type to smooth. Okay, I think there is an issue with my okay. So okay, so you can actually drill down to months. If you want to drill down, you can drill down to month to check month, and you can also drill down to year. So I'm going to be using year. So now color, I'm changing the color to this. Yes, that's what I want to change the color to. Okay, so we are done with line. What is our data label? I need it above it. So the data label above. So now this, I'm changing this to my favorite fonts. This, and then I'll change this to black. Then the front display unit, I'll change it to no. Yeah, to give you more detail about it. So we are done with that. Let's go back to y-axis and change the color to this. Just customize this to your own, to what you want. So just follow the process and customize this to what you want. So the title again, let me change it, align it very well. So now we are good to go with this. So now from here, you can actually drill down to months, then drill down to month and year, drill up to year again, then drill down to months. So you can actually do that. So now the next thing again is that we've done for year to total revenue by year. So now from here now we can see now that 2016 has the highest revenue. 2016 has the highest revenue, and if you check down we will see that I think that's the highest subscriber. Can check that also. So now the next thing that I want to do now is to do the, let me check the question. That's total they ask so that level that has the highest or highest level, highest revenue, or the level that has the highest revenue and subject that has the highest revenue. So I'm going to be using a column chart for that. I need this column chart. Then first I'm going to be doing for level, bring it here, then level price, that's what we need. So now let's format it, and we will be using it for the rest. So this is okay, level by, okay, let's say, okay, let me do most, okay, revenue generated, revenue generated, revenue generated by level. Okay, so now let's format that. I'm formatting the title. So I'm good with the title. Let's remove background. Again, I don't need the y-axis. Then my x-axis needs to be formatted too. Good. So now the next thing is grid line. Okay, no grid line, is column. I'm changing the column to what we've been using. I think this, let me check what I use. Okay. Then add data label. The y-axis, I want to change the color to this. Okay, good. We have it all neat. So now the data label, add it. Then let's format the data label. Data value black. Change it to this. Then option. Okay, position, that's okay. Then display unit, no. No. So now I'm going to copy this. And use it for that's for subject, revenue generated for subject. So now I'm going to be changing this to subject. Then the only thing that I'm going to change here is title. That's revenue generated by subject. So now from here now we can see that web development has the highest revenue, and also for level, all level has definitely has the highest revenue. So now again, what is the next question? The next question is which level and subject has the highest subscriber? So what we will do again is to just copy that. I'm going to copy this, paste it here. Oh, I think I copied it twice. Again, I'll copy this and paste it. Oh, remove this. Sorry about that. So I'll copy this and paste it here. So I'm going to be using the same thing for it. So now, here. So I will insert a line, go to insert and insert a line shape. This is the line shape. Then bring it here to separate this. So now, I'm going to be using this. So this is this. So I want to do most subscribe subjects now. So first change the title to most subscribe subjects. Subscribe subjects. Then go back to your data and change this to the price to number of subscriber. So we can see now that web also has the highest subscriber. So here to do the same thing here, so I'm going to format this. Change it to this color. Then I will bring it here. So now here will be most subscribe level. Or let's say level by subscriber. Let's leave it like that. Most subscribe level. So now again, go to the data and change the price to subscription subscriber. So you can see now that also whole level has the highest number of subscriber. So now what is the next thing? Next question says identify top 10 subscribe courses. Identify top 10 subscribe courses. So now I'm going to be using table for that, and it will show, this is the table. It will show all the, or what's it called, information for the top 10 subscriber. Show all the information for the top 10 subscriber. So all I need to do is just go to table and bring it here. So trying to align it. So now here, all I need to do is to put first the course title, because we are doing top 10 subscriber, top 10 subscribe courses. Then number of subscriber. What did you put? Revenue, reviews, lecture and duration. Revenue, which is the price, reviews, lecture, then duration. So we are going to format everything. First, let's rename them. Title. Then this one is subscriber. This one is revenue. Okay. This is reviews. And this is, okay, this is lecture. And this is duration. So now let's format the table. So now go to format and format the table. First, remove the background. then slash, I want it as minimalist. Okay, but again, you know, they say top 10, so we need to filter for top 10 subscriber. Top 10, so I'm going to be using the course title, then basic filtering, top n, then write 10A, go to your filter, then you see what I'm doing there. So now the next thing is, okay, so I'm going to be filtering by subscriber, number of subscriber, then you apply it, so to give us our top 10. So if you count it now, you see that we have just 10 courses here. So now, and then filter by this. So now the next thing is formatting. I already had that. This total, I don't need the total. I'm removing total. I'm removing total. Then what else? Our column header, again, change it to the font that you want. Then column header, I think I use this. Let me check to be sure. Okay, black. Then I change the background to this. No, this. Okay, so increase this. So we are done with our front. Grid, you can change the grid line to this. Also on your vertical grid line, then change it to this. Okay, so what again? Cell elements. No, so specific column for each of this applied it to the header too. Okay, so just picking each of the column and align it to the middle. So that's what I'm doing. Lecture also, align it to the middle. Then duration, align it to the middle. So this is our top 10 subscriber. So there is a particular one that I want to, the borderline, this background, you see the background. Okay, I think it's column header, text option, see column header. Okay, this blue background, where is it coming from? I want to check it. I actually forgot. Let's check. Okay, let's leave it since we can't find it, but I think I can see. It should be somewhere around this place. So you can do other thing here too. Okay, you can do other things, so I don't need this. So now we are done with our top 10 subscribe. You can see that this HTMLS programming has the highest subscriber, and of course it is a free course because it does not generate any revenue. So now what's the next question? Next question is, what is the average duration of the course? We've done that. This is the average duration of the course, which is 4.4 hours is the average duration of the course. And then the next question is, what is the average paid cost have percentage of the paid cost to free cost. So I just use what's it called donut chart for that. So I'm going to be bringing my donut chart, then put it here. Then bring our paid free course and paid course. Let's check that. Everything should be in the value. So now we have that. So change it to free course. This one to change it to paid course courses. Actually courses. So now let's format this. First, remove the background. Then the title. Course type. Let's check what did I use for the type. Course type by subscriber. Okay, course type. Just say course type. Then bring it to this. So now our slices, then this. So let's rotate it. Too much. I'm trying to rotate it. Okay, legend title removed. Then put this here. Then position bottom center. I want it at the bottom center. Good. So now our data label. So I just want the percentage, since that's what they are asking us. We already have the number. So value, don't know whether, okay. So display unit. Let's reduce this to this. Good. So now we are done with each of these chart, the question that we've highlighted. We can see that paid courses has the highest percentage, and we've derived a lot of insights from here, and I believe we've learned a new thing, which is an addition to what you know before. Okay, the last thing is just an insight to what I did. It's just I actually wrote down something, then I put it there. So you can also do the same thing, insert a text box and also put it there. Okay, so what I just did is I inserted the text box, this, So I copied this. If I copy it now, just paste it here. I'll paste it here. So I inserted a text box. That was what I did for this. And then I gave my conclusion that website development has the highest number of subscriber and longer content duration, which makes it generate more value for the company than any other subject. So if we check, okay, the last thing, we are not done yet. Our slicer, I use subject as a slicer. So just click that, click slicer for us to check if what I derive, my conclusion, if it's actually true. And what I even want to teach us on the slicer. Oh my. Okay, so I'm using subject as the slicer. Then let me format it. Move slicer header. I want it as style. So now, no background or slicer value. I use this. And then my favorite. So now we have the slicer here. We can actually put. Okay, so now we have the slicer here. So now I don't want this slicer to be changing for the subject analysis I did there. So all I need to do now, how to filter, how to stop my slicer to effect on this, to make effect on this. So click on the slicer, then go to format, then click on this edit interaction. So you will see all this symbol here. This is null and this is filter. So I'm going to be clicking null for this, and also I'm going to be clicking null. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to be clicking null for this also, so that when I'm changing this, it will not change. So I'm going to be clicking null for subject here too. So now let's go back to our, if I click this, oh, I didn't click that for this. This is it here. So if I click any of this now, it will filter information for everything except for the subject, because I don't want it to make effect on it. So now I said website development has the highest revenue because they have the highest number of subscriber and also longer duration. So if you click on this and check for the revenue of this, you will see that they have 5.6. They have the longest. This is their revenue. Their revenue is 92 compared to every other $92,000, and they have the highest duration. You can see it. They have the highest duration, and I must say they have the highest subscriber, if I say that. So now you see, now they have the highest duration. If you check for other, you see that duration is, business is 3.5, 3.6, or graphic design also is 3.6, and musical has the lowest or the lowest duration. So the higher the duration, I think the higher the revenue that it will generate. So now my recommendation is musical instruments content duration should be made longer. Also, additional curricular content should be also added to musical instruments, as well as other subjects in order to attract more subscribers, which will also increase the revenue. And I believe with this you have learned different in a new thing here. So kindly please give me your comment, your feedback, and also make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed, and also share this channel for people that are interested in transition into data analytics, because this year I'm going to be teaching more on how to become a data analyst from scratch to, or from scratch to, from beginner. So I'm going to be teaching more on that, and also I'm going to be creating more content in order for the beginner, those that want to transition, to be able to understand and to be able to digest. Thank you, and bye. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.